Hey, this is Traci Knoppe. Today I wanted to talk to you about something that's actually come up a lot in my business. Over the years, I have gotten countless, I can't even tell you how many people that come to me looking for help with their website. And I'm like, sure, great, we chat it up, and I'm like, okay, I need to know, in most cases I need to know their web hosting access so I can log in and upload files, download files, back things up, whatever. Set up a database if I'm installing something new. Or sometimes I need to go in to the domain registrar because they want maybe a new domain added, they want it forwarded, whatever. So a lot of different reasons, but this is their WordPress access just to get into the back end of their site. I can't tell you how many clients I get that don't know this information. They had somebody else design or build their site and set it all up, and the client is clueless. They might know their WordPress access because they get in and upload content or new blog posts or something, but they don't know sometimes even where their domain's registered. They don't know where their website's hosted. They don't really have a clue. If you are a freelancer, if you're somebody who's providing web design services, outsourced services like I do or something like that, please do not put a client's domain name under your GoDaddy, your Namecheap account. Do not do it. Do not add on a client's hosting domain as an add-on in your GoDaddy or your other whatever account. It should be completely and totally separate. So right now I'm speaking directly to you freelancers and people who provide these services. I know some people who've done that, and it is a hassle. And I told them then, I said, do not do that. I said, there's going to come a day when you and the client are going to part ways. Not saying it's going to be a knockdown, drag out, mean, bad thing, but at some point, people move on. Whether it's you or them or mutually or whatever. And how are they going to access their stuff if it's inside your account? It should never be inside your account. It should always be in the client's own account, and it should be on their billing. They should have registered and paid for it, not you. Or you should have, if your agreement was they gave you the payment information and you did it for them, that's great, but it should always be separate. So if you are the person, now going back to the people who are seeking to get outsourcing or services done, there's a limit as to what the outsourcer is going to be able to do for you. So for example, whenever a client is wanting to register a new domain name or set up hosting or something, unless they're hosting with me, and I am a hosting company, and even then, I usually have them initiate that, so it's their payment. Unless they give me their payment information and we have that agreement for me to process that for them. In a lot of cases, it's you, the client, that needs to go register the domain name, set up your own GoDaddy account. You need to know what that username and password is to get in there. You need to set up the hosting so it's being billed to your credit card or whatever, and it's your hosting is all in your name. There's nothing wrong with on a domain contact or something, because domain names usually have the registrant, the administrative contact, the billing contact, and the technical contact. Technically, they can be different people. It's perfectly acceptable to have your web designer or your outsourcer or something like that maybe as a technical contact, but in reality, it needs to be at least registered in your personal domain registrar account. So I've actually had where they've parted ways with the web designer for whatever reason, or the web designer just has dropped off to the face of the earth, and maybe their job was done, but they had the access information, and now the client is needing to get some work done. They've come to me, they might be going to somebody else or whatever, and their site is basically being held hostage. The designer or the whoever is not responding, or whatever the reason. So make it easy on yourself, and when you're having a site done on your behalf, make sure that you know the domain registrar, the web host, the username, the password, whatever, to get into that. You know who those companies are. You need to know that information. And you have your WordPress access information. This is just the most basic of things that you really need to know as a website owner and a business owner, whether you're actually going in there and doing it or not. What if you want to hire somebody new? It needs to be in a central location so that you can access it if you need to, or you can get the information to give it to somebody else if you're hiring somebody else to do it. I actually recommend that you use maybe a Dropbox that syncs to any computer or service or whatever that you might be using, so it's stored like in a cloud, or maybe in Google Docs. I love Google Docs. You can create a document and it's all securely stored, and you can share that with whoever you want, or pull out just the bits of information that you need to give to somebody and create a new Google Doc and only put the information that that outsourcer needs to have and share that document with them so that they can have it. Or have them create a Google Doc and share it with you, or you create it and share it with them, and tell them when they set up a new site for you, a new social media account for you, or whatever, that they add that access information to this Google Doc so that you have it. And then after they're done, if they're only hired to do just a specific job or task and that's it, you can always remove them from the shared document because you own it. But at least you'll have it. You need to have that. So just kind of a heads up and a warning, because I see this a lot, a whole lot. It's kind of scary how much I see that, and people are having websites and they don't have a clue who really owns it. I've created a document for you. It's in a Word doc. You can edit it. That's kind of just very, very basic and simple, but something that you can start right now. Go download this document and add in for every one of your domain names. I've got, all the different areas and things of the most common things that you might need to have. Go ahead, download that right now. Fill that out. If you need to, copy the sections and paste it in for multiple domains that you own, do that. But make sure you've got a section for every domain that you own, and you know where your domains are, and you start right now, today, finding out, do you really own your domain names? Is it really in your name and your account? And the same with your hosting. Just take control of your business and have at least that much knowledge. Even if you outsource all of it, you need to at least be in control of it, so somebody doesn't come in and steal your business, and go in and boot you out. I mean, it can happen. If they have access to stuff that you don't, they can steal your domain name, and I'm not saying anybody, somebody would. There's people out there that would do that. Hopefully the people you're working with would not do that. But download this document. I'm providing it for you for free. Start out the new year by just getting everything organized, all in one location, all in one spot. Choose, either Dropbox or Google Docs or something like that that's centrally located. You can easily share with others as you need to, and you can easily access it no matter where you're at. You can access it from your iPad, you're on the road on your laptop, your phone, or your whatever. Make sure you can get to that information. It's not just stuck on a hard drive, someplace that you're not going to be able to access if you're on the go or something happens. So do that today, and take control of your business. Make sure nobody else can take it from you, and you at least are aware that, for sure all the domains that you think are yours are really yours and really in your name and your account. So hopefully that helps you, gave you something to think about, and I will be talking to you soon. This is Traci Knoppe, and check out quicksourcing.com. If you are looking for somebody to help you with your website, we would be glad to help you. Thanks. Talk to you soon.